July 28th, 2025, 6:28 p.m., 345 Park Avenue, Midtown Manhattan. A man in body armor steps off an elevator, a PA-15 rifle in his hands, his face a mask of rage. In minutes, gunfire will erupt, 4 lives will end, and New York City will reel from its deadliest shooting in 25 years. Shane Devon Tamura, 27, has driven 2,000 miles to unleash chaos, and no one saw it coming. This is no fiction. Every detail is ripped from NYPD reports, ABC7 New York, and court filings. The truth is brutal, and it starts now. The evening hums in Midtown. 345 Park Avenue, a sleek 44-story tower, houses corporate giants like Rudin Management, Blackstone, and NFL headquarters. Workers linger late, security guards patrol, tourists snap photos outside. It's a Monday, the city alive with summer energy. Taxis honking, lights blazing. Inside, elevators glide, carrying executives, staff, and an off-duty NYPD officer working security. No one notices the man in the black SUV parked nearby. Its plates Nevada registered, its driver silent, calculating. Shane Devon Tamura, 27, from Las Vegas, isn't a local. A former high school football player and casino security guard, he's a long way from home. Days earlier, he was spotted in Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, New Jersey, driving cross-country, alone, his PA-15 rifle and Colt Python revolver stashed in his vehicle, per NYPD tracking. Body armor, extra magazines, a plan. But for what? His past, detailed in news reports, shows no criminal record, just a quiet life, Hawaii roots, football glory, a steady job. Yet something snapped. At 6:20 p.m., Tamura enters the building. He blends in, dark clothes, unremarkable build. Security footage, later reviewed, shows him ride to the 33rd floor, home to NFL offices and other tenants. He carries a duffel, heavy with ammo. No one stops him. He's just another face in Manhattan's rush. Then, at 6:28, the first shots ring out. Screams pierce the air, glass shatters, bodies hit the floor. Dedartul Islam, 36, an off-duty NYPD officer moonlighting as a security guard, is first. He's at a desk when Tamura's rifle sprays 47 rounds per ballistics reports. Bullets tear through Islam's chest. He collapses, badge gleaming. Wesley Lepatner, a Blackstone executive, is next. Caught in a hallway, his suit no shield against the barrage. Alain Etienne, another security guard, tries to act, shot dead mid-step. Julia Hyman, a Rudin Management employee, falls near her desk, her coffee still warm. 5 others are hit, one an NFL staffer, critical, clinging to life. Blood pools, alarms blare, chaos reigns. Workers dive under desks, others sprint for stairwells. Tamura moves with purpose, reloading, firing. Witnesses, per ABC7 New York, describe his calm, eerie, mechanical. He doesn't speak, doesn't hesitate. The 33rd floor becomes a war zone, shell casings clattering. Outside, Midtown freezes. Pedestrians duck, sirens wail. NYPD's emergency service unit mobilizes, but Tamura's already barricading himself in an office, rifle still hot. By 6:35 p.m., he's cornered. Police breach the floor, shouting commands. Tamura, silent, raises his rifle, not at them, but himself. A single shot to the chest, and he's down. Suicide, per NYPD logs. Officers find his body armor intact, a Colt Python revolver unfired nearby. A note, crumpled in his pocket, mentions chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a brain condition tied to football injuries, and grudges against the NFL. Is that the why? Or is there more? Manhattan locks down. 345 Park Avenue is cordoned off, red and blue lights flashing. Medics rush the wounded to Bellevue Hospital. The NFL staffer's odds are slim. The deceased, Islam, Lepatner, Etienne, Hyman, are covered, their lives cut short. Families are notified. Islam's wife, a fellow cop, Hyman's parents devastated, Lepatner's colleagues stunned, Etienne's kids now fatherless. A GoFundMe starts within hours, raising $15,000 for victims. NYPD scrambles for answers. Tamura's SUV, parked blocks away, holds clues: ammo, a gas receipt from Iowa, a map with 345 circled. His cross-country trek, per Fox 5, was methodical. Stops planned, no rush. Was he targeting the NFL? Islam? An officer? Or just anyone in his path? The note's vague, his motive cloudy. No prior threats, no manifesto online, per police scans. New York reels. Mayor Adams calls it a tragedy that shakes our city. Governor Hochul wows tighter gun laws. X buzzes with grief, fear, theories. CTE-driven rage, a lone wolf. The building, a symbol of corporate power, now a crime scene, stays sealed. Who was Tamura really? Why 345 Park? And what's in that note? The truth is close, but the shadows are deeper. 4 lives gone, a city scarred, and a question lingers. What drove a man to this?
Minutes after 6:28 p.m. on July 28, 2025, 345 Park Avenue is a battlefield. Shane Devon Tamura's PA-15 rifle has unleashed 47 rounds, leaving 4 dead and 5 wounded in Midtown Manhattan's corporate heart. Blood stains the 33rd floor, where NYPD officer Darul Islam, Blackstone executive Wesley Lepatner, security guard Aylan Etienne, and Rudin Management's Julia Hyman lie lifeless. Tamura, barricaded in an office, takes his own life as police close in. Every detail here is pulled from NYPD logs, ABC7 New York, and court records. The city's frozen, but the hunt for answers is just beginning, and what's uncovered next will grip you. As sirens scream through Midtown, 345 Park Avenue locks down. It's 6:35 p.m. and NYPD's emergency service unit storms the 44-story tower, their boots pounding stairwells. Workers huddle under desks, others trapped in elevators, their panicked calls flooding 911. Outside, Park Avenue is a gridlock of flashing lights. Cops, medics, SWAT, pedestrians scatter, tourists gape, phones capture the chaos. The building, home to NFL headquarters, Blackstone, and Rudin Management, is now a crime scene, its glass facade reflecting a city in shock. Inside, the 33rd floor tells a grim story. Bullet holes pepper walls, glass shards litter carpets, shell casings glint under fluorescent lights. Darul Islam, 36, an off-duty NYPD officer working security, took rounds to the chest, his badge bloodied. Wesley Lepatner, a Blackstone exec, was hit in a hallway, his briefcase nearby. Aylan Etienne, a security guard, fell mid-response, radio still in hand. Julia Hyman, 29, with Rudin Management, died at her desk, her phone showing an unsent text. 5 others, including an NFL employee in critical condition, are rushed to Bellevue Hospital per EMS reports. Blood trails mark their escape attempts. Tamura's body lies in a corner office, a self-inflicted shot to the chest, his PA-15 rifle beside him. Body armor, unpierced, clings to his frame. A Colt Python .357 Magnum, loaded but unfired, is found in his duffel per NYPD logs. A crumpled note in his pocket mentions chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a brain condition from football hits, and vague grievances against the NFL. They ruined me, it reads, per ABC7 New York. Is this the motive, or a fragment of a deeper rage? NYPD secures the scene, but questions swarm. Who was Tamura? Why 345 Park? The note hints at NFL ties, but Islam, Lepatner, Etienne, and Hyman weren't league staff. Was he targeting the building's power, corporate giants, a cop? Or was it random chaos? His cross-country drive, Las Vegas to New York with stops in Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, New Jersey, suggests planning per highway cam data. His black SUV found blocks away holds ammo, a gas receipt from Iowa, and a map with 345 Park circled. Premeditated, but why? By 8 p.m., families get the call. Islam's wife, an NYPD sergeant, collapses. He was a father of 2.
Wesley Lepatner's colleagues at Blackstone mourn a brilliant mind. Etienne's kids face a future without their dad. Hyman's parents, per Fox 5, remember her infectious laugh. A GoFundMe hits $20,000, funds for funerals and medical bills. X erupts with grief. Manhattan's not safe anymore, one user posts. Gun laws failed us, another writes. Mayor Eric Adams at a 9 p.m. presser calls it a dark day. Governor Kathy Hochul vows action, but words feel hollow. Investigators dig into Tamura's past. Born in Hawaii, 27, he was a high school football star, per Honolulu Star-Advertiser. No arrests, no red flags. Worked casino security in Las Vegas, described as quiet, reliable by coworkers per CNN. But his note points to CTE, a condition linked to concussions, common in football. Did brain damage drive him? Medical records under review show no diagnosis, only complaints of headaches. His social media, per police scans, is sparse. No threats, just old game photos. Yet he drove 2,000 miles, armed, focused. For what? The building yields clues. Security footage shows Tamura entering at 6:20 p.m., duffel in hand, unnoticed. He rode to the 33rd floor, where NFL offices sit alongside others. Witnesses describe his calm, firing, reloading, moving like a machine. No words, just shots, a survivor tells NBC New York. Why no demands? Why suicide? The notes mention of NFL grievances spark theories. A grudge from his football days? A rejection? But why kill a cop, a guard, an exec, a staffer? Midtown stays sealed past midnight. Schools near 345 Park cancel classes, businesses close. A multi-faith vigil forms at Grand Central, candles flickering for the 4 lost. Tips flood NYPD, over 200 by dawn. A New Jersey gas station clerk recalls a nervous guy in a black SUV July 27th, matches Tamura route. Was he scouting earlier? The NFL connection nags. His note's anger feels personal, but no victims link directly. Was 345 Park a symbol or a mistake? As Tuesday dawns, the city mourns, but fear grips tighter. A man drove across America to kill, then himself. Why? The note's words, CTE, NFL, hint at a broken mind, but the truth's still buried. Something's coming, and it's darker than you think. July 29th, 2025. Dawn breaks over a wounded Manhattan. Shane Devon Tamura's Rampage at 345 Park Avenue has left 4 dead. NYPD officer Didarul Islam, Blackstone's Wesley Lepatner, security guard Aland Etienne, and Rudin Management's Julia Hyman. 5 others fight for life, their blood mingling with 47 shell casings on the 33rd floor. Tamura's suicide and a cryptic note hinting at CTE and NFL grudges leave police grasping for why. Every detail here is drawn from NYPD reports, ABC7 New York, and court filings. The city mourns, but the hunt for truth digs deeper, and what's emerging is colder than the steel of his rifle. Midtown is a fortress by sunrise. 345 Park Avenue, its glass tower now a crime scene, is sealed, NYPD tape crisscrossing its doors. Detectives swarm the 33rd floor, where bullet-riddled walls and shattered glass tell of Tamura's 6:28 p.m. assault. The PA-15 rifle, still warm when police found it, fired 47 rounds per ballistics. His body armor, untouched, and a Colt Python revolver, loaded but unused, sit beside his body. The note in his pocket, CTE ruined me, the NFL ignored it, is the only clue to his mind, per Fox 5. But why this building? Why these victims? Investigators trace Tamura's path. A Las Vegas resident, 27, he drove 2,000 miles. His black SUV clocked in Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, and New Jersey per highway cams. A gas receipt from Iowa, dated July 26th, found in his vehicle, shows meticulous planning. A map in his car, 345 Park circled in red, screams intent. Yet the victims, Islam, an off-duty cop, Lepatner, an exec, Etienne, a guard, and Hyman, an office worker, have no NFL ties, per NYPD checks. Was Tamura's rage misdirected, or was the building a symbol? His past unravels slowly. Born in Hawaii, Tamura was a high school football star, per Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Concussions marred his teens, teammates later tell CNN, but he played on. By 2025, he worked casino security in Las Vegas, described as quiet, reliable. No arrests, no red flags. Medical records, under review, note headaches, irritability, possible CTE signs, but undiagnosed, per ABC7. His notes claim, CTE ruined me, suggests a man haunted. But by what? A grudge against the NFL? No evidence shows he ever contacted the league. The crime scene yields more. Security footage per NBC New York shows Tamura entering at 6:20 p.m., duffel heavy with ammo. He rode to the 33rd floor, home to NFL offices, but fired indiscriminately, hitting Islam at a security desk, LePatner in a hallway, Etienne mid-response, and Hyman at her desk. 5 wounded, including an NFL staffer now critical at Bellevue, were caught in the spray. Survivors describe his silence. No shouts, no demands, just gunfire. Like a robot, one tells police. Why no words? Why suicide? New York grieves. A GoFundMe for victims hits $25,000, funding funerals for Islam, a father of 2, LePatner, a finance star, Etienne, a family man, and Hyman, known for her smile. A vigil at Grand Central draws hundreds, Muslim, Jewish, Christian leaders praying together. Islam's wife, an NYPD sergeant, speaks. He died protecting others. Hyman's parents, per Fox 5, clutch her photo. Our light is gone. X buzzes with anger. How'd he get a rifle in NYC? CTE's no excuse. Mayor Eric Adams at a 10 a.m. presser vows answers and action. Governor Kathy Hochul pushes gun reforms. Tips flood NYPD, 300 by noon. A New Jersey motel clerk recalls a tense guy in a black SUV, July 27th, matching Tamura's description. A Nebraska diner waitress saw him alone scribbling in a notebook. His SUV, impounded, holds ammo, body armor, and a second map, Midtown highlighted. No accomplices, police confirm. He acted alone. But why 345 Park? The NFL link nags, yet victims' profiles don't align. Was he delusional, mistaking his targets? Or was chaos his goal? Tamura's digital footprint is thin. Social media, per police, shows old football posts, no threats. Family in Hawaii contacted by NYPD are stunned. He was quiet, not violent. Co-workers in Las Vegas echo. He kept to himself. But his cross-country drive, 2,000 miles, planned stops, shows obsession. The note's mention of CTE tied to football's brain trauma sparks debate. Did concussions twist his mind? Experts quoted by CNN say undiagnosed CTE can cause rage, paranoia. Yet no doctor confirmed it in Tamura. The building's tenants, NFL, Blackstone, Rudin, face scrutiny. No prior threats, per their statements. Islam, 36, wasn't targeted as a cop, police say. He was just there. LePatner and Etienne, random victims of proximity. Hyman, 29, was working late, a wrong place, wrong time tragedy. The NFL staffer, fighting for life, adds weight to the note's grudge. But why no manifesto? Why no warning? As Tuesday fades, Manhattan is on edge. Schools near 345 Park stay closed, businesses shutter, the vigil grows, candles lining Park Avenue. The note's words, NFL ignored it, haunt detectives. Was Tamura a broken athlete seeking vengeance, or a man lost to his own mind? The truth's close, but something's still hidden.
July 30th, 2025, and Manhattan holds its breath.
Shane Devon Tamura's Rampage at 345 Park Avenue has left 4 dead. NYPD officer Didarul Islam, Blackstone executive Wesley Lepatner, security guard Alan Etienne, and Rudin Management's Julia Hyman. 5 wounded and a city scarred. His suicide note, scrawled with rage about CTE and the NFL, lies under police scrutiny. But answers slip like shadows. Was this a targeted strike or a fractured mind's chaos? Every detail is pulled from NYPD reports, ABC7 New York, and court filings. The truth is near, but its edges are sharp enough to cut. Midtown remains a fortress. 345 Park Avenue, its 44 stories looming, is a ghost town of police tape and forensic teams. The 33rd floor, where Tamura fired 47 rounds from his PA-15 rifle, is frozen in time. Bullet holes in drywall, blood stains on carpet, shell casings glinting. His body, found barricaded in an office, bore a self-inflicted wound, his body armor pristine. A Colt Python revolver, loaded but unfired, sat in his duffel, per NYPD logs. The note, "CTE ruined me, NFL ignored it," is the only window into his mind, but it's maddeningly vague, per Fox 5. Why these victims? Why this building? Investigators tear into Tamura's trail. His black SUV, impounded blocks from the scene, tells a story of obsession. Ammo, a gas receipt from Iowa, a map with 345 Park circled. His 2,000-mile drive from Las Vegas through Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, New Jersey was no whim per highway cam data. Stops were planned, his route deliberate. Yet the victims, Islam, 36, an off-duty cop, Lepatner, a finance exec, Etienne, a guard, Hyman, 29, an office worker, share no clear link to his NFL grudge, per police checks. Was 345 Park a symbol of power or a mistake? Tamura's past deepens the mystery. A Hawaii native, he was a high school football star, per Honolulu Star Advertiser. Concussions plagued him, teammates recall, but he pushed through. In Las Vegas, he worked casino security, quiet, professional, per coworkers to CNN. Medical records, now with NYPD, note chronic headaches, mood swings, CTE symptoms, but undiagnosed. His notes claim, per ABC7, suggest he blamed football's toll, but no evidence shows he sought NFL help or compensation. Was his rage self-fueled, or did something tip him over? The crime scene offers clues, but no closure. Security footage shows Tamura entering at 6:20 p.m., July 28th, duffel heavy, unnoticed. He hit the 33rd floor, firing indiscriminately. Islam at a desk, Lepatner in a hallway, Etienne mid-step, Hyman at her workstation. 5 wounded, including an NFL staffer now stable at Bellevue, were caught in the chaos, per EMS reports. A survivor tells NBC New York, "He didn't speak, just shot." His calm, mechanical precision chills detectives. Why no demands? Why end himself? New York mourns louder. The GoFundMe hits $30,000, funding funerals and medical costs. Islam's funeral, planned at a Queens mosque, draws NYPD brass. His wife, a sergeant, vows to honor him. Lepatner's Blackstone colleagues launch a scholarship in his name. Etienne's kids, per Fox 5, face a void. He was our rock. Hyman's parents share her love of theater, her dream to write plays. A vigil at Grand Central grows, candles spelling NYC strong. X pulses with debate. Ban assault rifles, one user demands. CTE's real, NFL's complicit, another claims. Tips flood NYPD, 400 by noon. A Colorado truck stop worker recalls Tamura, July 25th, staring at a map, muttering. A New Jersey motel guest saw his SUV, July 27th, parked oddly. No accomplices, police confirm. His digital trace is near empty. Old Facebook posts of football games, No threats, per scans. Family in Hawaii, per CNN, are heartbroken, clueless. A Las Vegas coworker says he'd get quiet, stare off. CTE experts, quoted by CNN, note undiagnosed cases can spark paranoia, rage. Was that Tamura's trigger? The NFL angle nags. 345 Park houses their offices, but no victims were league execs. Police find no prior contact between Tamura and the NFL. No emails, no lawsuits. His note's grievance, NFL ignored it, feels personal, yet unrooted. Did he misjudge his targets? Or was the building enough, a corporate giant to punish? Other tenants, Blackstone, Rudin, report no threats. Islam, a cop, was likely collateral, per police checks. The wounded NFL staffer, recovering, adds no clarity. By July 31st, Manhattan on edge. Schools near 345 Park stay closed, businesses falter. Mayor Eric Adams at a presser calls for healing, not fear. Governor Hochul pushes gun law reforms, citing Tamura's legally bought PA-15. The note's CTE claim sparks media frenzy. Is football to blame? Experts debate, but Tamura's silence, his suicide, locks answers away. Was he a victim of his own mind or a calculated killer? The city leans on its grit. Vigils spread, faith leaders unite. The victims' stories, Islam's bravery, Hyman's dreams, fuel resolve. But that note, those 47 rounds, that duffel, they whisper of something unresolved. The truth's close.
August 1, 2025, and Manhattan carries the scars of Shane Devon Tamura's rampage at 345 Park Avenue. 4 lives. NYPD officer Diderul Islam, Blackstone's Wesley Lepatner, security guard Eland Etienne, and Rudin Management's Julia Hyman are gone. 5 wounded, 1 still critical. Tamura's 47 rounds from a PA-15 rifle, his suicide, and a note blaming CTE and the NFL leave a city grasping for why. Every detail here is drawn from NYPD reports, ABC 7 New York, and court filings. The truth unfolds now, slow and heavy, but some shadows never lift. The investigation solidifies, its pieces cold and clear. Tamura, 27, acted alone, NYPD confirms. His black SUV, traced across 2,000 miles from Las Vegas, held ammo, a Colt Python revolver, and a map with 345 Park circled, per forensic reports. Security footage shows him entering at 6:20 p.m., July 28th, duffel heavy with 47 rounds. He hit the 33rd floor, firing indiscriminately. Islam at a security desk, Lepatner in a hallway, Etienne mid-response, Hyman at her desk. 5 others, including an NFL staffer now stable at Bellevue, were hit in the chaos, per EMS logs. Tamura barricaded himself, then shot his chest, ending it by 6:35 p.m. His note, CTE ruined me, NFL ignored it, is the key, but it's vague per Fox 5. A Hawaii native, Tamura played high school football, suffering concussions, per Honolulu Star-Advertiser. In Las Vegas, he worked casino security, quiet, reliable, but complained of headaches, irritability, CTE symptoms, undiagnosed, per medical records reviewed by CNN. No evidence shows he contacted the NFL or sought treatment. His grudge, per police, seems self-fueled, a belief that football's toll broke him. Psyche evals, incomplete at his death, suggest paranoia, but no clear trigger. The victim's lack of NFL ties baffles. Islam, 36, an off-duty cop, was security, not league staff. Lepatner, a Blackstone exec, was in the wrong hallway. Etienne, a guard, died responding. Hyman, 29, with Rudin Management, was working late. The NFL staffer, wounded, was incidental, per NYPD.
Tamura's note points to the League, but 345 Park's mix of tenants, Blackstone, Rudin, suggests he targeted the building itself, a symbol of power, not individuals. His silence during the attack, no demands, no words, supports this, per survivors to NBC New York. Clues cement the timeline. Tamura's drive, Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, New Jersey, was planned, per gas receipts and cams. A New Jersey motel sighting, July 27th, shows him alone, calm. His SUV held body armor, extra magazines, no accomplices. Social media, per police scans, shows old football posts, no threats. Family in Hawaii, contacted by NYPD, are devastated, clueless. A Las Vegas coworker tells ABC7 he'd zone out, get angry. CTE experts note undiagnosed cases can spark rage, but without a brain autopsy, impossible post-suicide, no confirmation exists. New York heals, but it's raw. The GoFundMe hits $40,000 funding Islam's mosque funeral, attended by NYPD brass. LePatner's scholarship at Blackstone grows. Etienne's kids get community support, per Fox 5. Hyman's parents plan a theater fund in her name. Vigils stretch across Manhattan, Grand Central, Park Avenue, candles spelling hope. X debates rage. Tighter gun laws now, one user demands. NFL needs to address CTE, another writes. Mayor Eric Adams at an August 2 presser vows, quote, justice for the victims. Governor Kathy Hochul pushes assault weapon bans, citing Tamura's illegally bought PA-15. The building reopens August 3, but scars linger. 345 Park's 33rd floor cleaned feels haunted. Workers avoid it. NFL offices, Blackstone, Rudin report no prior threats. Islam's wife, an NYPD sergeant, speaks, quote, he died a hero. Hyman's unfinished play found on her desk is read at a vigil. The wounded NFL staffer, recovering, recalls, quote, bullets everywhere. No victim knew Tamura, per police. His note's NFL grudge, untraceable to specific acts, suggests a delusion fed by pain. The truth settles, stark, but incomplete. Tamura's attack was no conspiracy, no vendetta, just a man, possibly broken by football's unseen wounds, lashing out at a symbol. His cross-country drive, taped map, body armor, scream planning. But his silence, 47 shots, no words, hints at a mind unraveled. CTE, undiagnosed, is the likely spark, per experts, but no doctor saw him. He died alone, taking answers with him.